everybody, and welcome to this week. I forgot what show I was doing there. It's the ITK Soccer Show, not the MMA show. And how are we all doing today on the 1st of October? It's Halloween season.
Is our opening music still that Trouble song?
No, I just changed it.
That's alright.
No, he didn't.
Did you? I don't know.
Well, you will know. You listen back, you're very vain.
I do. I have a lovely singing voice.
Listen, I don't care.
Speaking voice.
You do be able to master 100% in Twist and Shout on Expert.
Exactly.
Rock Band.
Yep.
6 o'clock in the morning after Curtis Foster's on the
Kind of describes our football week so far.
Morgan.
Can I ask, did he actually have 100%?
I think, was it 99?
No, I got 100%, I think.
On
it
Expert?
was on Expert, yeah.
I
was rocking the lead guitar and there's him, you know.
I did it on Here Comes the Sun.
That's very...
It was very hard. I found that if I held the mic right into my bottom lip and didn't really project, and I was just
you'd have that kind of George Harrison kind of. It's a tough kind of.
Dan, I really appreciate that, but I think I cheated.
So only John got a legit 100%.
I pushed it into my bottom lip, right, and I didn't project sing. I just kind of sang into myself.
I was going full Ferris Bueller on top of a float.
You have to if it's Twist and
Shout.
Shout.
Is that the night my dad came down and told you just do turn to keep it down a bit. I'm in work in half an hour.
Well, it might have been one of the days where he came home and left for work in the space of the time we were drinking.
Good times. Right, we have to talk about football. We've got all the Premier League, Champions League results. Europa League's happening as we speak, so we'll keep you abreast of that. We also have latest news, fancy football awards and stuff like that. Here's the real news. The Sinnott's curse is broken. For those of you who don't know, I forced my friends and fellow Liverpool fans to go to Sinnott's to watch the big games. My record as of this weekend was 0, 1 and 6. That's 0 wins, 1 draw, 6 defeats.
What was the draw, Basil?
Yeah.
You still lost, actually.
Yeah.
So what were the 6 defeats?
Man, there was 2 United games.
Yeah.
There was the slip. There was
another Chelsea match as well, I think, wasn't there?
The Chelsea FA Cup final.
There was Chelsea Carling Cup semi-final as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Were you there for the Athens 2007 Champions League final?
I only started the Sinnott's stuff about two years ago.
Okay,
maybe.
so all these big matches through the
3
years, a couple of finals, a couple of slips.
One slip.
No, I'm counting it twice.
D-slip.
It was that devastating.
Okay.
And the curse is broken because we beat Aston Villa 3-2 at home.
Barely.
Yeah, no, this curse is still...
Well, in theory, he did break it. It's just like...
I did break it,
It's like, you know, a crap way to break it.
I don't think
it's still broken, all right?
I don't think so.
Well, we'll go back to the next... Oh, no, you won't be around on Sunday for the Ever match, but the next big match you have on... against. I think we should go back. And the whole thing is, you only were Claire. You weren't one of the lads. So, in theory, maybe it hasn't actually broken because we're with the lads.
Maybe it's Noel.
I personally want... No, it's because he hasn't been exclusive. Well, he's been there most of the time. Look, the point is this. I don't want to push my luck. I'm done. I retire from Sinnott's.
So you're still going to go down by 1-1-7.
1-1-6.
You're only as good as your last match, I guess.
Yeah.
The old FIFA rules right there.
I don't want people to think that I didn't break it, though. If Linford Christie breaks the... And that's a very current reference. If Linford Christie breaks the 100 metres by 0.5 of a second, he still breaks it.
Yeah, that record's still standing, isn't it?
Linford Christie, the drug cheat in 1992.
Moving on. Premier League results. Do I have them in front of me? Yes, I do. Okay, guys, so we'll talk about that week of action. Try your best not to divulge too much of the Champions League results so we can keep these segregated. I know what my favourite match was. Anyway, the Spurs City game, Saturday morning. This was incredible.
Don't know where they got the Slamella chap from, but he's world class.
I guess the real story is offside goals, right?
Well, the ref had an absolute shocker.
Offside still, I think, is it?
Not
I think everyone had
for the first Spurs goal.
The Deer goal?
Dyer. Walker was literally 3-4 yards offside.
Yeah, but
he was right in front of the linesman.
Kevin De Bruyne gave a lovely cushioned header right to good old Deer, as I'm going to call him from now on, to strike a lovely shot, but he was offside.
Yeah, no, City were all over the place. Dimichelis wasn't even looking at the ball, so but come on, you honestly can't say that. The standard of officiating from the linesman,
it was quite bad.
There was 2 or 3 of them were and then there was another one who actually was given offside.
Well, it was 2 weeks in a row where I haven't been watching the game, and you've messaged the ITK show Facebook and been like, this is ridiculous. I've never seen anything like it. Last week was for Costa, and I was like,
oh yeah,
he's just being Costa there. And then this week I was like, well, it's not that bad. Not
They
great.
were. That was the first goal. Is probably one of the worst offside decisions I've ever seen.
Regardless of the offsides, right? Were Spurs by far the better team still?
Until they equalised, yeah. They
Yeah.
were better.
Yeah.
No, until they
No,
were
I'd
equal.
say
City were
that's
better.
City could have been
Okay.
out of sight almost. You know the way they were playing. Like De
yeah.
Bruyne before his mistake, like looks like
Sterling
he's really
went
hit the ground
close.
running. So that's a given. There's gonna be Sterling's gonna go close.
No,
quite well.
as in Lloris made a few good saves.
Yeah, and then just City just buckled, I think, and Spurs were in good form.
So in City aren't invincible like they seemed at the start of the
Far from
season.
I think the West Ham match really, or the Juventus match even,
I
just
think
killed
it's
them.
all down to Vincent Kompany as well. If you look at Kompany went off when it was 1-1 in the Juventus game.
And then Otamendi
They
cost
crumbled. Otamendi came on, had one tackle and missed it, and they
He
lost.
did, yeah.
They then lost. I know West Ham had played well, and to be fair, City had a bucket load of chances not to win it. They still lost, though.
Can we
Didn't have the
please-
leadership, and then they've gone and lost to Spurs.
Yes.
And they're conceding more and more goals after a team who didn't concede once in 5.
They got Newcastle this week.
So you think it's all Vincent Kompany? Well,
I'm not saying it's all him, but I think he does brings an absolute
when he was
calmness to the
missing
team.
last year, it definitely took an effect too.
I thought he was. He looked. If you look at him now and last year, his first 5 games this year, I don't think he played well 5 or 6 times at all in the whole calendar year of last year. So if you
Yeah.
look at this
I wouldn't
season,
say
he
calendar.
played very well.
Yeah.
So you have to look at it that maybe he's lost a bit of weight, maybe he's more motivated. There's a lot of factors like that.
I think he's
When they won the league twice, he's been their most important player. I know Aguero, Silva, Yaya has taken it, but when Kompany plays well, Man City play well. That's just what
He's a good
I
leader
think.
and he organises it well. And I think whenever you can see it, we'll get to Chelsea later, but John Terry not being in that team is a mess to them because there's no leader, there's no structure. I think that's what's happening.
We'll move on anyway. That was a huge loss for City, and it was the first home win for Spurs.
No, they beat
No? Okay.
they beat
They
someone
beat,
the week
they beat
before.
Palace last week.
Okay. Norwich City travelled to Rey Mysterio's homeland, the Giant Killers, and it was a 2-2 draw and a fairly exciting game. I thought I enjoyed the highlights at least.
Norwich were again unlucky at the end, but
West Ham equalised. Well, it was West Ham, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, West Ham equalised.
Rey Mysterio, please,
yeah,
if we can keep the name right.
in the 1 minute of added time that was added because Johnny Howson saved a pigeon.
He did.
I didn't see that.
Oh, it was very nice.
He's a great man anyway, but what did he do?
He just saw a pigeon that fell,
Brought
you
it
know,
up to his teeth,
kinda-
fed it, and
Yeah.
sent it on its way.
put a few worms in his mouth, chewed them, and then spit them back in the bird's mouth to feed
He's
it
a
out.
nice man, isn't
Almost
he?
like a mama bird. And then added time and they equalised. It was quite hilarious.
Okay, is it just the fact that they're specifically lined up for counter-attack when they're away, or what's the difference between West Ham on the road and West Ham at home?
You'd imagine that could be it, but Norwich haven't been a pushover to anyone this year. Even when they play badly, they've been taking points.
Yeah, but
Where they
Dan-
should, like at Anfield, they took points. You know, they're playing. If they had a good striker,
Yeah.
they'd be well in the top half.
My
in
point
view.
is more
Yeah,
so
but
about West Ham
West
at
Ham
home
have-
in general.
West Ham have won at the Emirates, Anfield, and City. A feat that's never been done in the Premier League before, and they did in a month. And they should be beating Norwich with like. Stats
Yeah.
like
Oh
that.
no, I agree.
It's
They
their
should
home
be,
form more than Norwich.
They
I'm kind
should
of
be
pointing at.
winning,
Yeah,
but
Norwich should have won this game.
They should be doing better at home. But again, they do have that kind of pace up front that they can really hit teams like at Sacco. Some of the new lads they bought do look good. Kayate is just runs and runs. Noble is playing really well.
He is.
But good to see Robbie Brady getting on the score sheet, even though he's playing from left back. But good for Ireland. And Wes Hoolahan is top assists
He
in
is.
Europe or something.
Yeah, 6 or
It's
something.
incredible. For a guy we've always not criticised,
Hoolahan.
but he still doesn't even start every game,
He doesn't.
which is the mad thing. But
He should go in
well done,
Vincent
Wes.
Company's
Well done,
diet.
Wes.
Well, he's good to play against smaller teams that Norwich would be hoping to get points. If you
He's
play,
still-
if
he's
you,
still-
you didn't play against Liverpool.
He
and-
scored once or twice and got 5 or 6 assists. To be fair, it's a pretty good record for Norwich.
Yeah, well, no, he's been doing well. I'm just saying in matches where they have to defend, Hoolahan literally offers nothing.
No, I'd agree. Yeah.
Stoke City hosted Bournemouth and won 2-1 goals from Juve and Walters.
Stokes' first win of the season.
Yeah.
And
Incredible.
Bournemouth
And
are
another
getting
win.
relegated.
They
Well,
are.
I feel for them because first of all they lost Tyrone Mings, an 8 million signing from Ipswich. Max Gradle was a big signing from Saint Etienne in France, a winger, and their top scorer from last year, and he scored 5 goals this year.
Yeah.
Callum Wilson. They're all out for the season potentially, 3 of them. So there's 3 massive players that have I know they can. If Glenn Murray can step in, and Cormac Grant is another guy, and they've you know, they're going to be tough for anyone. Bournemouth. They're going to give 100%, but
It might help them.
they've
though.
really it's.
Sunderland and Newcastle are terrible. But
They are.
It's not. It's you have to feel for Bournemouth though because they have
You
a small
do.
squad anyway.
Well, yeah, but a lot of people are missing a lot of important
But
people.
especially if you spend just around 15 million on 2 players injured for the season.
It is
you know.
unfortunate, of course. Any other notes on that match?
Stoke first win.
Southampton hosted Swansea City. Two teams that are pretty much held in the same regard, I think, these days. You know, should be finishing 8th, 7th kind of area.
Swansea are better.
Well, they weren't on the day. 3 goals.
they started off better. They're not now.
Yeah,
Lost
I
like the
think
last 4 matches.
They have been poor, unfortunately. They started off so great, though.
they'll finish out of Southampton.
Interesting. Okay.
Money on that?
Yeah.
I want to see how Southampton do it.
I want to see you first, and then I'll
No,
look at that.
Southampton, who are they playing? They're playing Chelsea this weekend. And
Yeah.
Tadic against Ivanovic, and frankly, I think I'd give Ivanovic a good go the way he's playing lately.
Yeah.
So I want to see how that match
A
goes.
couple of games ago, I remember Ivanovic had an absolute cracker. As like return to form. It's like no, he's just on coke.
Against who?
Oh my god.
It wasn't. If it was Maccabi Tel Aviv, that doesn't count.
I don't know. I don't think it was the Maccabi. But anyway, a very good win for Southampton and Mane, everybody's favourite fantasy football low price forward.
I don't have him. So
I know you don't.
I have Rondon, who offers nothing.
Ron. That's just because you were hoping for Rondon to go to Liverpool because his name was
I
Rondon.
He's a
wonder-
Liverpool player. He's absolutely useless.
I wonder what's happening with Swansea though, with Gomez and
Ayew.
have gone off the ball completely.
It's a weird one.
Shelby as well. Like I think they've got Jack Cork in midfield. He's completely disappeared as well the last few games. He was really good. I think him and Shelby started the season brilliantly, but they
But
just.
I think it's
seem
just
to-
the way Swansea play. Like they try to hold on to the ball. Like they're probably better against higher teams. Like teams like Southampton just kind of wait and break it down. Like
Yeah.
they're stronger than Swansea.
Pella didn't score and they still scored 3, so that's definitely encouraging for Southampton. 'Cause he was the
Absolutely.
only one
Yeah, banging them in.
really doing it.
Man U hosted Sunderland at Old Trafford. Memphis Depay got his first Premier League goal after assist from
Martial, was it?
Martial, who's
No,
just
that was
Martial
Rooney.
set up the Rooney.
That was Rooney.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Sorry, he set up the Rooney goal, which came about a minute later, and then Juan Mata again. He's just unbelievable, this Martial man. I think he's
Yeah, that assist was ridiculous.
he's looking, you know, a couple of more years. It's incredible as well, like, you know, because so many players who came in with a reputation have failed under Van Gaal. Maybe it's besides from this year. While this lad, as a young prospect, just you can't stop him.
I'm not buying into the £56 million price tag yet, but God, he's. I must say he does look impressive.
I think
And
he's transformed the team. I think if he wasn't in the
Absolutely.
team, that everybody else would
absolutely.
suffer.
Well, first of all, you've got Rooney now, who, to be honest, you've seen him probably in the last 2 years. He doesn't really give the ball away, Rooney, very much. Like he doesn't, like he's still good in possession, and he does kind of.
He's good. He's very good. He still has a great mind.
Yeah, like, and he can maybe get into midfield. He can drop more of his influence and help the team more. He doesn't really have that kind of burst of pace. He's lost it.
Absolutely.
He's goal shy at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So it helps him as well that he can drop in. You've got Mata running on. You've got Depay running on. You've got, I think Schweinsteiger is getting fitter as well. That's very key.
Schweinsteiger's been
He
excellent
does look
this month.
That's what I'm
or
saying.
in the month of September.
If that's what I said at the start of the year, and you laughed at it. If Schweinsteiger stays fit, he's still a great player.
Do you not think Martial will be found out?
When I
I think
look at-
a few of his goals have been not lucky, but they've kind of rebounded to him, or bad back pass, or Skirtle just not tackling, but he's brought a aliveness to Man United, and
I don't think you're giving enough credit. I think the
No,
Skirtle goal was pure class.
he should have been tackled.
Look, I think he's got everything. I think he can create a chance. I think he's got a good eye for a pass. He's obviously a ridiculously calm finisher. They're breaking it down like crazy over the last few weeks on Off the Ball, how he's got an instinct that either top-class strikers or strikers who are always good but kind of got better towards the end of their careers for ratio pick up because they lose their run of pace, which is he slows down in front of goal. He'll make his yard and then he slows down and picks the
Kind of
spot.
like a Van Persie, almost getting better for the goal.
Yeah, but he's doing that at his age already. I think he's got everything.
There's
I
also-
think he's really good at holding the ball close to his feet, and I think that's how the Skirtle goal happened. Because I think Skirtle should have put a foot in, but he's conceding a penalty.
He's a great dribbler, and that's where the Wenger thing came from, where my agent reported that he's more of a winger than anything, just because he's very, very good at dribbling, and he has been deployed at times in Monaco
When they went last year to the Emirates,
Yeah.
Berbatov played 9
Yeah.
and he played in
So,
left wing.
so like, but look, he is a centre forward, and he's got, like, I think he's got everything in his locker.
To speak of everything in the locker, with the big thing I was really impressed with, they might ping the ball up to him. Now, what is he? He's no bigger than 5'7".
I think he's a little bigger
5'8".
than that.
Well, he's not. Andy
Drogba.
Carroll or Drogba.
Sure.
He's not big. He's holding up centre halves.
He's
He's holding the ball and he's bringing the wide men into play. That's very impressive.
He's pretty well built for his size, though. In all fairness, as well.
Yeah, but for a 19-year-old coming in with this,
Yeah.
I was expecting to be like kind of a Chicharito for them, as in like you're only going to see him if you play the ball in behind and he'd run into like a Walcott or something, or that sort of player. I didn't think he could actually go, I'll hold up the ball for you.
He's got loads to
I'll
his
bring
game.
it up, and he's impressive so far. I must give that to him.
To say found out, I don't think he can be found out. I think he's only going to improve.
I mean,
He's still very young into his career. Let's not get ahead
I
of
still think he's going to
ourselves,
improve.
but I think he certainly has the tools to be a very good player.
I was going to say they have a tough game this weekend, but I don't really think Arsenal away is the way that Arsenal are playing at the minute.
We'll get to them.
Especially at the Emirates.
I just want to say one more thing about United, who are first in the league now. Mata last year was kind of the only consistent player in the team, and he's I think he's making them tick as much as anybody else. I think he's been great this year. In a whole. Just want to say that. Okay, Liverpool and Aston Villa. This was a nutty game. Milner got Liverpool off the mark very, very early, and then Danny Sturridge scored his first goal in like 200 days or something, and his first goal of the
his last
season.
goal the Man United game, was it?
Yeah,
Yeah, it would have been.
the
wouldn't it?
away game.
No, at Anfield.
Yeah.
The one you lost. With Gerrard sending off.
Your wedding.
Oh, was that his last goal?
Oh, I'm just trying to think.
It was. Yeah.
Okay, and then Rudy Gestede equalised fairly soon afterwards. Liverpool then, Danny Sturridge scored a minute after that, the second goal, and then Rudy Gestede again. Rudy has to be the best header of the ball since Palacio.
Or
Do you remember the 40-yard header?
Is that the guy with that stupid thing in the back of his head?
In the Argentinian striker Palacio. Do you remember the 40-yard header?
No.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Oh, you do. We've watched it together. It's
How
insanity.
romantic.
Yes. Come over and we'll watch Netflix in the 40-yard header.
Clip's over, you can go home.
Lads, we can't start drinking until we watch the 40-yard.
I'm sure I'd remember.
It's more like try not to drink after watching the 40-yard header. Enough about Palacio. Anyway, Rudy Gestede,
His
of all
first
the
goals.
16 people they've brought into Villa, seems to be... I think he's up to Premier League level for a team like that anyway.
And Liverpool are in so much trouble.
I don't know if he's Premier League. He just reminds me like of an old school like Duncan Ferguson. Just get the ball into the box, and he uses his head. Like I've never seen anyone
Yeah.
as good in the air, but I don't know his all-round game. Like I've seen him at Blackburn last year.
No, he'll finish
All
off
he
chances,
is
though.
just
He'll
if you
finish off
kick it
chances.
into the box.
I just think he scored a goal that,
and he's great here.
like Andy Carroll
Does.
gets it for West Ham. I think he got it once in his Liverpool career. If there's those big guys up front and you get the ball just right, it's gonna go in.
Oh, no,
John-
I thought that header was
John,
outstanding.
John, his
to be
ratio
honest.
for like attempted headers
In
for
the
goals is just...
championship. Though.
Well, he's carried it over so far.
But in theory, though, it would not be nearly harder to score heading goals in Championship because balls would be into the box defenders. That's
The balls have had less quality.
yeah, and also the defenders would be kind
The
of used
defenders
to
would be less
dealing.
quality too, though.
But
the-
a championship
yeah,
would be
but-
more likely to let a cross into the box than a Premier League.
I don't think you can quantify
But
it.
then
I think
that's good play by the wide man.
Well, I think
Who
it was poor
is
play.
wide man?
It was poor play by Klein to let the ball
Sinclair.
in.
But anyway, Liverpool, briefly, you think they're in big trouble?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so obviously the contrarian view to that point would be Techers didn't fit the system. They switched the system to be two up front. Techers lasted 44 minutes of that system, so now he's a question mark. But the Ings, the Dannings combination, do you not think the two Dannies up front could be great? Like if Sturridge, gets back to full fitness, both very pacey, both clever players, English, understanding of
Daniel
each other.
Sturridge to me now is like when Netflix release a new show, where I'm like, I'm really going to enjoy the next few days because the show is quite good. But I know that I'm going to finish the show and he's going to be gone and I'm going to have to wait a bit for the new show to be released. That's basically how I feel about Daniel Sturridge.
You guys saw the stat I sent you today.
Yeah, he's good. Like.
It's outrageous.
He's got a better than Torres and everything.
That's because he's played less games.
No, but to be fair though,
He's also
I think
scored more goals
you
than
look
Torres.
definitely better going forward. I think Ings and Sturridge better. Like You said
didn't
it.
even play that well.
You said it at the start of the show, at the start of the season with myself, Neil. I think you disagreed that Benteke does not suit Liverpool's play.
No,
I completely disagree.
But he does.
Hold on, may I speak?
Okay.
Hold on. I completely disagree in the idea that the new formation we're playing now, where you utilise the two up front and with Coutinho in the hole, I think that would definitely and wing backs. I think that definitely
Klein's
would.
not a wing back.
Okay,
And we sold Markovic.
Okay, well, if I may digress, he's played as a wing back. Point is, we've got two wide players now, which we didn't, because we actually don't have any wide players besides Jordan Ibe. Point is this, Dan, to answer your question. Did he work in the first system that we were playing up front by himself?
No,
Proof is in the
yeah,
pudding. Do I think he could work in that system, the two-player system, or the two up front system with the wide men and three at the back? Absolutely.
So you are going to eat the back now. That is Emre Can is back centre half. Like, what was he doing for the first goal?
It's kind of incredible that Emre Can is back as centre back. It's I wouldn't have called it.
You put Colo in there. Just do something.
It's Rodgers trying to save his job by going back to a formation that worked, but teams figured it out last year. They'll figure it out again. Everton will beat us this weekend.
Well, if Everton play the way they did the other night.
Yeah, I agree. Let's move on. Leicester City and Arsenal. What are you laughing for? Or did someone
That
laugh?
was
That was
What are you
him,
laughing
not
for?
me.
Because I want to move on. From
It's
Liverpool
like
talk?
Everton will win. Let's move on.
Well, I agree. No, I'm just.
What are you laughing at, Dan?
I don't want to be
How
too.
dare you?
I don't want to be too Liverpool centric. That's all.
Did that last week.
Yeah, exactly. So Arsenal and Leicester.
Forward, like for 20 minutes, you're still talking about Liverpool.
It was a wonderful show. So Arsenal and Leicester, it was very exciting first 20 minutes, and then Arsenal unleashed hell. Sanchez getting his first goal of the season so far, and then adding another two to it.
Did Sanchez
And
score a header in this game? Did he?
Yes.
yes,
Yeah, it didn't look right.
shouldn't happen, right?
No, like I was watching the
Walcott's
highlights and I was like, did Sanchez score a header? No, I dreamed that. I was just like,
Well, he scored 2 headers in 3 days.
yeah. Well, we'll get on to that match.
So yeah, we'll get on to it in a minute, but like, we kind of almost have to talk about it now. Wenger is just the most arrogant man in football. He'll never change anything. He'll never adapt his team, no matter who he's playing. He'll say, "These are my fittest best 11. They're going to start."
Well,
This is the
no,
Champions League.
that's not what he did in the Champions League.
No. Well, in general, right? He'll always play. He'll never adapt to who he's playing against, and he looks pretty gung ho, regardless of the results, that this Walcott up front thing is going to be sticking over
tell you,
Giroud.
Walcott,
He's
he
getting a lot
actually
of
did
goals.
okay, and he scored 12 in his last 13 starts.
Here
To be
is
fair,
my.
and he
here's-
actually did okay the last 2 or 3 weeks.
The reason I bring this up, okay, hold on, I need to. The reason I bring it up is because you were very, very against the idea of him playing as a centre forward.
No, I don't think he's a long-term thing,
Okay.
but I think he's doing well at the moment. If you're going to say you're going to win the league with Walcott up front, I don't think so. I don't think you win it with Giroud. I think they need help. But
Do you not think with Walcott up front and the
he's
supporting
doing well, though, to be
but
fair.
the supporting cast, the potential that you have there, Ramsey getting his form of 18 months ago, Ozil is now his pass ratio is far better. Sanchez playing the way he did last year. Do you not think with the supporting cast they potentially have that Walcott could work
No,
as their
because they're
striker?
not good enough all around the pitch.
As a person who predicted them to win the league, I'd say absolutely not.
Okay.
Walcott, his stats lie. I think I know he has a lot of goals, but
He's a lot of shots.
His hips
a
don't.
lot of shots.
He's a lot of his chance
Banter.
chance per shot, chance per
PK?
goal, well, whatever I was trying to say, shot per goal ratio. That's the one. Is poor.
Yeah, but he I don't know. He's scoring the first goals now, but I feel like he still has a lot of chances, and he keeps getting the exact same goal. It's just
He's got his
kind of
one. He's got his
irritating.
party piece, as somebody
Well,
used to.
it's the FIFA version of running from tip and just scoring the same, and you just get like, this is kind of boring. I'm sick of watching.
Well,
Yeah.
Somebody
you can
stop
hardly-
him.
You can hardly criticize him for scoring.
begrudge him for having a party piece.
Oh, no, sure.
I remember I was always begrudged by a Man United fan because you know the way when Gerrard would go for a penalty, go to win a penalty, he'd slide on his front.
Well, he did kind of go like a penguin to get a few penalties.
You know that was
in,
like that was like his way of getting a penalty. I remember I was watching. There was a guy called Andy Hall who I used to be in college with, and he was like, "There he is again, and his fucking party piece didn't work today. Typical Gerrard." I was like, "His party piece? Oh God, he's right."
Well, he did do his party piece. It started in Istanbul that night.
Had he never done it before then? Did he debut the party piece?
He's done a good few dives. It's hard to.
I think he's always been.
He did one against Italy in the World Cup. I remember.
It's such a because the most amazing thing is if the
He didn't even
conditions
complain about it.
The best one was against Atletico. We were losing 1-0 at Anfield in the Champions League, and he just jumped in for a header and then fell exactly. Like, it was a decent bump. Like, you'd be proud of a wrestler doing it. Like, he fell about 6 feet and just like slid and just grabbed the ball. It's like, I'll take
it did seem to just work for him, and he's the only person who ever like received a tackle in the box like it. And if the conditions were right and like the pitch was quick enough, if there was rain on it or if it'd been watered or whatever, sometimes he would go for so long that before he comes to a stop, his head is already craned looking at the ref and he's still in motion.
I was going to say, it's like the Sol Campbell side tackle or the Maradona, the penguin splash against Bolivia. Remember when
Why are
Palermo
the only two people that I've ever seen?
Martin Palermo at 4 o'clock in the morning,
Oh, I did,
38 years old,
Sorry,
throwing
is-
a header, saving his job.
Sorry, are we just talking about another Palermo header? That's amazing.
It was Martin Palermo.
That's amazing.
No, Palacio.
Palacio. Am I mistaking the two of them?
I'd imagine so, because Palacio
There
can't
was
do
that
anything.
other slide Maradona did when he was Argentina coach.
That's the one we're talking
That's
about.
the one, he was like the
penguin.
penguin thing. I was thinking it's Bolivia, and it was
In the
like
storm.
Yeah.
mad storm. It was 95th minute. They had to score, or they were out of the World Cup before they even
And
got
he was
there.
wearing like a Wenger caterpillar jacket.
Yeah.
And the buoyancy
when he
was
gave
tremendous.
caps to roughly 248 players.
Yeah, roughly, yeah.
And he dropped Zanetti, and I heard
And Cambiaso.
he dropped Zanetti because apparently Zanetti got on the pitch and he gave a quick team title. Everything he just said, disregard and follow me. They
Yeah.
won 3-0, and who were the ringleaders behind this? Zanetti, Cambiaso on the wall.
And
Out you go.
I just like how
Never playing again.
They had a knockout game with Germany. It's the game they went out, and before it, a few players were late to training, so they had a game of red arse.
Incredible. I can't believe that fucking 2010 Argentinian squad could have had Tevez, The Wall, Zanetti, and Cambiaso. They should have won that year. I'll always look at
This
World
summer
Cup
we
They
2010.
brought Varane instead.
This summer we should.
They brought Varane.
This
They brought
summer,
Varane and Diego Milito, who in all fairness had won the Champions League the year
Diego
before,
Milito.
but he could
brought-
no longer run.
He did bring Palermo.
Yeah,
I'm
the
pretty sure he did.
strikers were Messi, Palermo, Aguero,
He didn't play
Milito.
Palermo as well.
No interest. And Higuain. They were the five strikers. I think he brought Ever Banega, Gago.
Who showed up half drunk half the time.
Pissed. Anyway, sorry, John.
I was gonna say this summer we should definitely do a what could have been segment just for Argentina.
Can I please do Argentina 2010 World Cup? I have like a PowerPoint presentation on it.
We'll all do it. We'll all have to pick one team and just keep going through
Yeah,
it,
actually, that could be good. We'll do that.
The what if.
or just do it for international football.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
internationally.
don't forget that idea. Anyway, finally, moving on here. Was this just Leicester falling apart, or were Arsenal actually in full Arsenal mode
I
here?
watched the full match and Arsenal were pretty good.
Okay.
Well,
Chelsea.
this was the same match where Leicester are all over Arsenal here.
For the
Arsenal have
first,
equalised.
for the first 18 minutes, they hit the post twice, and then when Walcott scored, it was a different
I
game.
That's
think
probably
Leicester
what
have
I
just
think.
been playing this football for the season now, and they came across someone that can actually score goals.
Well, it's a team who can outscore them.
Yeah, like Stoke were
Or
dreadful
outcreate
and scored
chances,
twice.
like, you know.
Okay, moving on to St James's Park and the biggest burst of the bubble for me this weekend. Newcastle were 2-0 up, and then against Chelsea, against the champions, and then Jose Mourinho brought Ramirez on, and somehow Ramirez morphed into 11 people. He was everywhere. He was responsible for every goal and assist, by my reckoning. He hit the bar. He scored a tremendous. It was a header from Williams' cross, right? And then he set up William.
No.
Oh, he
Williams
just
got
scored
one
the-
straight in.
Okay, so he just scored the belt. No, he got. It looked like Ramirez got a touch on it. something
Yeah.
like that. Okay, that was that. But anyway, it changed the
I know
game.
what it looked like.
Very much. It changed the game and 2-2. So this St James's Park curse is incredible. No matter how good or bad Newcastle are, it's like
I think the third season curse is stronger than the St James's Park curse.
yeah.
Like they're dreadful.
And we'll talk about Mourinho and his future after we do the Champions League. But obviously Newcastle needed something like this, and they were kind of fortunate it was Chelsea. 'cause
They still haven't won though this year.
No,
That's correct.
They're City this weekend, and that'll.
I think about
They're terrible. They're so
Chelsea
bad,
though. Like
Newcastle.
they nearly nicked it in the end as well.
They did.
Krul made a couple of good saves, but we can make Mourinho something to his feature. But he was asked though like the third season syndrome thing, and he gave like all things like, "Oh, my third season at Porto, I won the UEFA Cup. Oh no, sorry, I won the Champions League." They said the third season at Chelsea, I won the FA Cup, and he did.
No, he didn't.
He did.
That was his.
Third season.
Microphone, Jonathan.
Sorry,
This is his third season.
it's not a second. No, it was his third. Sorry, that's what I say. And he won the Carling Cup as well that year.
His third one at Inter, he did the treble. Oh no, he was only here for 2 years.
He was
I
only
believe.
there for 2 years.
2 years, and then third year at Madrid, he semi-final Champions League, and did he win the cup? No. But he's semi-final Champions League, and then third year at Chelsea, he's like, oh, I'm still fine. Like, there is definitely something going on there.
There is. We'll get to that when we talk about Champions League even more. So, Watford and Crystal Palace. Johan Kabab got a penalty
Worst
in pretty
Super
damn.
Sunday
Yeah.
ever.
What were they thinking? Anyway, anything from Vicarage Road that you want to talk about?
Didn't even notice much happened.
It was pretty shite.
But what wasn't shy was Monday Night Football, where West Brom were 2-0 up against Everton at the Hawthorns, and Lukaku just went mental and scored a couple of goals and set up Kone as well. And it was 3-2, the first time Everton have ever won away from home after a 2-goal deficit. And incredible comeback. Ricky Lambert really should have made it 3 though for West Brom with his first touch.
When the last time Tony Pulis conceded 2 goals after being 2 goals up, or lost after being 2 goals up, never happened.
No?
No.
I'd say he's going mental.
I think they're in trouble.
Have I told you my Tony Pulis hat story?
That he wears them? Or?
Yeah, talking to the mic there, would you?
It's in front of me. I can do no more. I can put it in my mouth if you want.
John is literally like falling asleep or eating his hand. I can't tell which one.
I put it up on the Facebook how tired I might be today. So
Okay.
I've covered my bases.
Point is, or what I was getting to is, I always forget that Tony Pulis is bald. I think he has like at least like brownish, greyish Mr. Burns hair. So when he takes his hat off, I'm always like, what? Tony! And then I'm like, no, he's been bald for years.
I just always remember the story of when he stark naked went into the showers and fought James Beattie. And even in that story, I like to remember that he was still wearing the hat.
Was he wearing a hat?
That's the way I tell it.
Oh, man. Why did him and James Beattie get into it?
He signed Beattie for Stoke at some point, and Beattie
Didn't last very long.
No, because they fought each other. Like in
Question, nothing to do with James Beattie.
Uh-huh.
I said to you the other day, and I think you probably would agree with me, Neil,
Okay.
that Lukaku, on his day, when he is in that form, is world class.
I chimed in on
No.
this too. I was like, absolutely.
He is. He is unplayable when he's like that.
I will say
he
this,
doesn't
Dan.
do it enough, and he does it about once a year, which isn't good enough. I'm saying talk about people who have the tools in the locker. He's already racked up about 200-300 games in his career.
Yeah.
He scored 15, 16 goals in most seasons of the Premier League.
Yeah.
And when he uses his size and strength, and the assist for Kone was outstanding.
Absolutely.
And the way he just bashed the like this is West Brom, a strong physical team, made them look like schoolboys.
I will say this though, given his age and the lack of a run of form he's ever had, if something doesn't happen in the next 2 years, he'll always be a what if.
Yeah.
If he doesn't reach his potential and like kind of break the glass ceiling in the next 2 years, he'll be 24 by then.
Yeah.
And I think he'll be.
Especially the way Mourinho got rid of him when they only had Costa brought in and they hadn't really anyone else. But I just think he's not world class. But I'm saying when he plays like the way he did, I don't think there's a striker in the world who can do that.
No, he's a match of the day player.
Wow.
Well, did you watch the second half?
No.
Well then,
Okay.
Well,
he played 45 minutes and he's world class apparently.
I'm not calling him world class.
On his day.
On his day.
At his peak, he's world class, he's saying.
I don't think so. I've seen the highlights and I've watched enough Everton games to think he's lazy and I think he's useless.
Oh no, he is like
And,
that. I'm saying when he's playing,
he's strong and he's fast. If he feels like being strong and fast, he'll be stronger than most
he's
opponents.
a very good first touch as well. If he wants to be, he could be anything.
Do you want to
really.
tick the cliche
People
box,
say that
please?
about Balotelli.
Good touch for a big man. What?
Yeah.
He's better than Balotelli now.
Why? Because he's faster.
No, because he's more consistent.
He's not really. He scored.
How many goals has
He scored
Balotelli?
about 5 Premier League goals last year and 10 in the Europa League, and people are like, "Well, he still got 15 goals."
How many goals did Balotelli score?
Balotelli's
3.
old and useless, and played for Liverpool.
He's old.
He's pretty old.
He's
He's been
26.
playing longer than Lukaku was. He's been playing since he was 16.
22, 3.
Yeah, and what's he done? He played for West Brom one year, wasn't good enough for Chelsea, was useless for Everton last year, wanted a transfer, and now he's playing for another. Now he's playing because the Euros are this week. He won't score for the next 8 games. Actually, he's playing Liverpool this weekend. He'll probably score, but after that, he won't score for.
All right.
Alright.
Okay, guys. Let's move on to Champions League. Valencia, top of La Liga.
No, Villarreal.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
It's an amazing story.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Sorry, but I don't know. I got confused there. Valencia beat Lyon away 1-0. That was good for them.
They needed it because Nuno is under serious pressure there.
Okay.
Manager.
If you guys want to expand on any of these matches, please go ahead. I'll just go through. FC Porto and Chelsea. So Jose returning back to his old stomping ground.
The goal machine was causing them all sorts of problems.
Yes, Abubakar was fantastic.
He's the goal machine.
I just bought him in Pez. I was like, I don't care. Liverpool are loaning Origi out and getting Abubakar right in.
Neil, he's the goal machine.
I know he's the goal machine. I'm well aware. Anyway, Abubakar, Lukaku and Benteke is a front three. Tell you what. Kill men. They kill men. What did you think of Chelsea losing? And I'm going to ask this question about Brendan Rodgers in a few moments, but what is your over-under percentage that Jose will still be here by the end of the season? Say 50%, or you could say 60-40 he's gone, 60-40 he stays. That's the both of you now.
60-40 he's gone by Christmas.
By Christmas.
Yeah.
So if I was to give you till the end of the season, you'd say 80%.
I'd say he's gone twice. Yeah,
He forgot his bag like Redfern last.
Rumours out that people are already giving out that he's dropping the older players because it's not their fault and all that sort of stuff.
Oh yeah.
So like that's what cost Mourinho the first time. It's what cost AVB. It's it's not gonna last.
I think
the only thing that is there's nowhere else for him to go.
The whole John Terry thing is, I still think Terry is actually pulling strings from him being dropped, and I think he is.
You think Terry's mucking up the dressing room?
Oh yeah, he's done it a lot of times. He's done it in England. He's done it several times for Chelsea already. When he doesn't like the manager, he's fallen out with them. Look at AVB, for example.
What did he do in England?
World Cup 2010 was it? Everyone was acting the maggot there.
Which one was that?
Capello's one, the one where Heskey went up front, did step overs against Algeria and fell on his arse.
That's a great time.
The one that Argentina should have won.
I just think there's a lot of stuff going on that I'm not. Jose should I don't know why Ivanovic is still playing. I don't know why Fabregas is still playing. But now he's making Terry as not the scapegoat, but he's going. I've dropped my captain. Zuma, who's come in, to be honest, he hasn't really done much wrong, but I don't think Cahill.
That Newcastle game, he did a lot wrong.
Cahill hasn't been good. Ivanovic has been terrible. Cesc Fabregas has been a mystery. Hazard was dropped against Porto. He's dropping the big players, and I think he's trying to make that if I drop Terry, no one is safe. I know I've dropped Hazard, but I don't think he'll be gone, personally, because I don't. Would they go back to Ancelotti? I don't think Ancelotti would go back there.
No, he wouldn't.
To be honest, who was that leave?
Hiddink.
Hiddink.
Gus Hiddink.
He was sacked as Dutch manager, but
he's a good friend with Abramovich.
Klopp.
Well, he got Hiddink in before.
Klopp at Chelsea.
I think that'll happen.
Klopp,
but I think Klopp will be a Bayern Munich manager. But
yeah, it's a very interesting theory.
But you know what I mean, though. I just don't see who's actually available and would leave mid-season for him to go.
No.
And I could see him maybe leave. I'd go 64. I'd go 55-45. He'll stay till the end of the year.
Bate beat Roma. Which is a disgrace for Roma. They really should be putting a team like that away.
Dundalk lost 2-1 to them there and should have drawn.
Okay.
And they were there.
Really?
Yeah, in the qualifier.
Chesney had the second.
I want to put some
Chesney
goalkeeping game of the Champions League this week. That's a terrible sentence.
That was unbelievable. If you type that into Microsoft Word, it would explode.
It's like a lie detector in The Simpsons. Yeah. Do you understand? Yes.
So I just want to point this out. I want to see if you agree with me. I think Roma started the fastest front three in the history of football. All right, they had a Turby.
I'm assuming this is. Oh no, I thought you were being sarcastic. It's going to be like Toddy Jack.
No. This is the thing.
The school bus or something.
A Turby up front, Slaha on the left, and Jovino on the right.
Did you call him Slaha?
Yeah.
All right.
No, that wasn't the quickest of all time.
Okay, what's the quickest?
David
Suazo.
I'd say the same night when Arsenal put out Sanchez, Walcott, and Chamberlain.
No, man, I think you're actually underselling how fast these guys are.
I don't know the Roman.
I don't know how fast the Turby is.
He's faster than the other two.
That Arsenal team does sort of make me laugh, though. That 4-3. Just can imagine them running all around in circles, not knowing what to do. Which is basically what happened, if we get to that.
We will. Bayern Munich defeated Dynamo Zagreb 5-0.
Lewandowski's had a good week.
He's only playing Ireland on Sunday week. Which will be great fun.
He'll be out of goals at that point.
That's the only hope he will be out of goals.
By the time we did the show last week, had he done his 5 goals? Oh no, that was
Yeah,
Jones.
I
Jones.
ran up at the end.
That was incredible.
And he scored a hat-trick against Thingy. The Champions League match. I can't remember. You just said.
Against Zagreb.
Zagreb.
Dinamo
I'm really
Zagreb.
enjoying the show. So.
What, because of how shit we were being at pronouncing things?
Yeah. Do you want to start again?
Yeah, okay, go for it.
Welcome
everybody.
Welcome to the show.
Barcelona beat Bayer Leverkusen. I didn't see a sausage of this. What happened?
Iniesta went off injured. Messi's gone as well. Barca are fucked.
They've no players. They're like their subs bench is.
Do you remember?
They started Sandro, a young lad, up front. They ended up with like Munir. There's like half the bench. Like Sergi Roberto now is like a completely well fixed person in that midfield. There's people like Grimaldo, Sanugo. There's what's his name, Sanugu or something. There's another.
Sanugo?
There's another guy like that. They're really down to bare bones. Like all the Barcelona B players are there.
Suarez is doing what he did for Liverpool. He's just I'll do this, lads.
They haven't
Don't you
won-
guys worry, little head over.
They've
So
only won
good.
one match this year by more than one goal in all competitions.
Should we talk about Aspas? Was Aspas last week when you were recording the show?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
As-
No, I
as
don't
fast
just
as
think
I
we
can.
talked about it. We did.
Did they go top of the league at one point?
Celta were top at Madrid. And it's very tight in Spain.
Because
So
Rafa's there.
we've been kind of teasing
No,
around
no.
this, but the Olympiacos Arsenal games. Olympiacos have come to England 13 times and never won. They did like this is just what happened.
I told my friend Adam there that he should get Pro Evo instead of getting FIFA.
Okay.
And he got the game and he told me that he was returning it. And I said, why? And he goes, the keepers are terrible. Every game has loads of goals in it. And I was like, yeah, that's fun. That's basically what this Arsenal match was. Every single goal was laughably poor.
Yeah. Was the Ospina fap definitely over the line?
Oh,
Yes.
it was over.
Okay.
He was.
You love a good goal from a corner.
But everyone said it. But why wasn't Czech playing?
Because when they signed Czech, Ospina and Chesney wanted to leave. And Wenger went up to both of them and was like, but if you stay, I'll play in the Cups.
Well,
Maybe the
lie.
Champions League.
Lie to him.
Yeah, but Wenger likes his players. That's why no player leaves Arsenal being like, that Arsene Wenger guy.
That's very true, actually.
Yeah.
That's why Arsenal never.
Yeah,
'cause
but-
Wenger never pushes.
Like I just don't understand it though. Like last year, he had a cup keeper, as in terms of League Cup and FA Cup. That was Ospina at the start. Then Chesney was dropped, and they reversed roles. So then Chesney ended up winning the FA Cup, not Ospina.
Mm-hmm.
But this year, you buy your only player, Peter Cech, is still the most important, especially with a somewhat of young defence has been going on the last few weeks. With Mertesacker was out, Koscielny was out. You know, they've have makeshift back fours. Just play the man. Just like in a must win game. You like it's you're right. It's arrogance. It's it's just shocking.
It's pig-headedness.
It's stubborn. It's
Very much so.
It's really bad.
So
like-
Arsenal have 0 points,
They're
right?
out.
And they'd have to get 4 points against Munich to have a chance of going through second.
They could get 3 because if they got 3 points, that because I think Bayern will beat everyone else.
I don't think they can get 3 points against Munich.
I'm just saying they need to. You said 4. I think
Need
they could
4.
get away with 3 because Bayern will beat everyone else.
Oh, you think they get away?
So
No,
Bayern
are you
could go-
sure? I
Bayern
think
could-
mathematically they need 4
Bayern,
points against Bayern.
No, Bayern could clean sweep everyone and get 8 and get 15 points and give Arsenal the other 3. Right, so
Uh-huh.
it leaves them with 3. Olympiacos could go to Zagreb and draw. That would leave both of them on 4.
Are you remembering? But this is the second match day, so Olympiacos.
Yes, Zagreb and Olympiacos could technically draw twice.
You see,
Or
they're out.
Yeah, they're out.
Or even Olympiacos could beat Zagreb and draw. So that would leave them on 7.
Yeah.
And then Arsenal can win against Zagreb at home, which they should do well. They should do.
Yeah.
And they could go to Olympiacos on the final day and win.
Yeah, but
Okay.
going to Olympiacos is tough.
It's never easy over there, but Arsenal's home form is alarmingly worrying this year.
I would like,
Alarmingly bad.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to say, as me and Neil both enjoy torturing Wenger for some reason because he's a great loser. I did enjoy how Sanchez's goal, that was the equaliser, wasn't it? The second equaliser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all they went to Wenger celebrating that, and then like straight to the game. Oh, it's 3-2.
So good.
It was bizarre though. Like they were pretty poor, but they were kind of knocking on the door. Ramsey came on and did okay, and Sanchez was only going to spark. And I was like, "It's 2-2 now." I was watching it. It's like it's 2-2 now. Surely, like there's no like Olympiacos were actually rattled Cambiasso was the best player on the pitch, by the way.
He was so good.
But it was like, I was just like, Olympiacos, surely they'll crumble now. Like, he didn't
Fulham
think they could
legend
go
Kasami,
again.
who was beside him.
Say that again.
Fulham legend Kasami.
That's right. That's right. Okay, let's move through these quickly. We're going along here. Man U beat Wolfsburg. The second goal was the most incredible assist from Mata to Chris Smalling.
Mike Smalling.
Yeah,
Mike Smalling.
Yeah, all right.
It was some assist though, right?
Yeah, but because Smalling was there, it looked great. That was Matt just be like, I'll just put this in here.
Yeah.
It's like, no way. He was like, there's my friend Mike Smalling.
Did United deserve to win?
Second half, they were riding
Yeah,
their
I
luck.
think so.
But first half, they actually looked pretty decent first half, to be fair.
Juve beat Sevilla 2-0.
Morata scored in a lot of games in a row now.
He's very good at playing
He's
football.
excellent, number 9.
And Manchester City actually beat somebody in the Champions League away.
I didn't see it, but I heard they were very lucky. There was a missed penalty, an own goal, and a last-minute penalty for City. So I'm just going by the stats there. That surely is a bit of luck involved. for them to win. I didn't see it though. So.
Benfica beat Atletico Madrid.
I couldn't believe that.
Huge.
Couldn't believe that.
Apparently, the problem with Atletico Madrid now, Sid Lowe was saying that usually Atletico just have a tight 11, maybe 13,
Yeah.
but they keep switching the forward line like
Yeah.
every match, and they're saying that they can't get a
Rhythm.
yeah.
Well,
Okay.
like, yeah, they've got.
But Simeone is Liverpool manager next year. I just can't wait.
Well, he can't speak English unless he's doing language.
Why does that matter?
English. Well,
Rafa couldn't speak English.
Why would he come to Liverpool?
Rafa could
No
speak
one's
English
gonna
when he
come.
joined.
No one's
There's going to be some random Italian manager that was reported, and I just fully believed.
Mancini.
Oh yeah, that was right.
I would.
No, Man City's having the time of his life in
Yeah,
Inter.
Inter top, right?
So Liverpool are still drawing, by the way. Okay, news. This Conroy report. Can we try and explain this in a Reader's Digest version, please?
Well, I'm not doing the 75 pages.
I don't know. Like in work, sometimes they come up to you and they ask you, "Can you try out this particular project? Let us know how it works." And you have to somehow tell your bosses that it's a mess and they shouldn't do it. And that's basically what this report is.
I think
Okay.
it's good that something's been
There's a-
attempted to be done, but
Yeah, but you could have done this.
yeah.
I think you have done this. I think we've had many a drunken fight.
What
where you say,
What exactly do we have here?
So there's a 2-division league at the moment, and they want to create a 10-team league for the top division and rebrand the other ones and stuff. That'll be starting from 2017, so it won't be next year. It'll be 2 years. This will be implemented. So that's in theory next year. Then 4 teams could go down instead of 2, and that's in a 12-team league, which like is pretty big chunk of a league. Like that's a third of the league.
Okay, is this a good idea so far? This whole
I'm not sure
Is
about that.
everybody
but-
still playing each other 3 times?
What they're going to do, they'll split the league into half, pretty much. So they'll have the bottom half fight each other, and then the top half fight each other for the final remaining. That's what they used to do in the SPL.
Oh,
So kind of take it into like playoffs, kind of. So you'd split the league. Well, that's the thing. What's happening, but the main thing is they have to market and advertise the league. Like the big thing is Shamrock Rovers recently said, "RT, you're not coming into Tallaght Stadium. We don't want you broadcasting because all the money goes to the FAI and John Delaney's pocket, and if Rovers playing Dundalk, which they are next week on TV, neither team will get a penny of that. And what it's going to do is
damn FAI,
yeah, exactly.
meddling kids.
But they're assholes.
Well, that's because the Irish League refused to look after itself.
John,
The FAI don't. No. The FAI don't want to look
Imagine
after
the
it.
Premier League, John. Imagine the Premier League going, "Thank you very much, Sky."
Yeah, but that's obviously not going to happen.
Yes, because it's well run. But John Delaney doesn't give a shit about it. Like, you can't honestly say that's a reason. Oh, they don't look after it if they're not given money.
They're giving money. They're not giving a lot of money.
They're given fractions. So what they have to do is increase.
Did you read the?
I didn't read the 75 pages now.
Did you read when they questioned fans and people involved in the Irish League about why you don't go and why do you go and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, because the facilities aren't good enough.
Yeah. Well,
But how are they supposed to?
okay, so if they do build a great stadium with thousands of seats, will people go?
Well, Rovers get a bit over 3,000 a week.
That's because they're not on TV.
Well, Cork, we're
You
getting
think everyone will?
Cork.
I think everyone will.
I'm not saying they get 3,000. I'm saying they would definitely get like. You're not going to take your kids to somewhere if there's no running water for Ajax.
Was the main complaint that there is poor facilities? Was that it?
It's one of the companies.
Yeah, but that is it. But like, there's no reason why they can't advertise and market people. Like, if you go to the youngsters
to
at
who?
Dundalk, like if you go to Dundalk local town and you have Richie Tell on like fucking billboards and posters and everything. It's like,
1, 2.
why can't they just go and have like aspire to be playing alongside Richie Towell in 5 years?
Does anyone know who Richie Towell is?
Of course they do. He's scored 22 goals from defensive mid this year.
I don't know.
He's very good.
Neil, do you know who Richie Towell is?
I've
If you
heard
saw a
of-
poster of Richie Towell, would you be like, that's
Exactly.
That's Richard Towell.
Yeah, but if you go to a local town or if you go to a local place where that is, you will know him.
I don't think you would.
Okay, listen,
Of course you will, but it's stuff like that they're trying to do. I don't know if it's going to work, but something has to be done, and that will be interesting, and we'll see if it goes through or not. But with FAI, regardless of what happens, they'll make a balls of it.
Real
and this is
question.
the new start of it.
The real question: who's Conroy?
He's a guy they hired to.
Answer the question.
That was like a whoa. Who's Conroy?
Well, he's the guy they hired to make this report for them.
I
to make it
I
better,
never
so.
trust. I don't know. The only Conroy I'd ever trust is Don.
The artist.
Wonderful man.
He used to show nice pictures of birds, isn't he?
He fucking loved birds.
On a beach.
Real? Yeah, he did. He's not as good as your man from Painting Ireland, but let's.
I
not
was a
get
fan of
that.
Neil Buchanan myself.
Neil Buchanan. He's a good lad.
Yeah.
He's a good lad. Love the coke. I don't know that for.
Well,
for
with
I don't know that.
a jumper like that.
Do you remember your man, the thing?
Talking head?
Yeah, the thing in Art Attack. Do you remember when he was a real head and he was like, like fucking spazzing
I referred
around.
in the later series it was actually a fake head.
No, I much for like the human statue head.
Didn't they put like kind of flowers on his head or something?
At one stage, they probably did. He was like, "Let's look at Neil making a horse you can only see from space."
And then
It's a
something
horse
with
shit.
Remember something then spring up or something. Remember
That would, yeah.
he'd make a drawing himself.
He was a great man. Moving on, John Caulfield has signed a new 2-year deal with Cork City.
Yeah, new manager again. Bad move. He won't win the league with him. So.
Platini investigation. So what's this? Platini saying that FIFA owe him money. He wasn't paid?
No, Platini came out and was like, I'm against Sepp Blatter for FIFA president a few years ago. And then had lunch with some FIFA people. And then came out and goes, I think Sepp Blatter should stay on as president. And at the same time when he goes, I'm against Qatar. And then went to lunch with a Qatar prince. And I was like, you know what? I'm all for Qatar.
So the one guy we thought might have been
There's no,
on the level.
there's no one good in football.
Okay, so Platini was paid off loads.
Well,
And
there's a
now-
1.8 million payment. Somewhere there's. He says it's all accounted for. Everything is right. Everyone is still backing Platini, but it's like this needs to be sorted, and we need. We're not. Nothing is going forward with any sort of World Cup or FIFA nominations for you until this is sorted.
But they got
So this could be a new thing, and they're closing in on Blatter as well, quite clearly. If this is coming out, because this is heading UEFA now.
Okay, that's very interesting. Is there any news on the Swiss investigation into Blatter? No,
it's,
I didn't think
No,
so.
it's
that-
investigation, so it's kind of quiet.
It
like.
will. I'd say come 6 weeks there'll be something.
There was one guy who I can't remember his name, but he flew over to Russia to celebrate. I think it's obviously not 100 days, but it's fairly close to the World Cup.
Okay,
Would it be 1,000 days? When's the next World Cup?
it'd be 2018.
2018 in
So
Russia.
it could be 1,000 days.
Yeah, sure.
So I think it was 1,000 days to the World Cup, and then while he was doing it, one guy sold him out for selling World Cup tickets, like
Right.
with bribing people with them. So when he flew home, it was like and then got arrested.
What a weekend. All right, this Eva controversy from Chelsea. What's the crack? What's the latest?
Jose Mourinho not being charged because he's a prick, not a sexist.
He's not being charged.
Yeah.
And did she get like severance pay?
He
Or
called her a mother of a whore, but that's not sexist. That's just being
when
a
did
dick.
he say this?
She reported it. He said it. I think that was what he yelled when she went onto the pitch.
Oh my god. This is the worst thing ever. Like, it was a
People
Hazard.
thought it was sexist
Was it
because-
Hazard or Oscar? It was Hazard.
Hazard.
Called her on.
Yeah.
You watch his
No,
hand.
the ref called her on, but the player.
Yeah, but Hazard shouldn't have been down.
No, Hazard looked over at her and was kind of like,
Yeah,
But-
but
incredible.
yeah, no, Jose's lost the plot.
And finally, we don't need to spend much time on this. This has been covered all over the shop. Jack Grealish chose England over Ireland, the place of his birth. Is the thing that makes this salty just the fact that he did do so well for the underage Irish national team?
It's that he had one good match in a fairly big situation against Liverpool.
No, it was more about the fact that he did great on the
Yeah, but
underage
like
level at
that's
Ireland.
what
Right?
advertising for England, and now he thinks he's good enough to play for England.
So
which
basically,
he's
he's got the same agent as Gareth Bale. And Gareth Bale's agent said, I told Gareth how much he would make if he played for England, and he chose Wales. He goes, I'm just telling you how much you'll make if you play for England. And your man goes, oh, okay.
But it was quite obvious. The last time we actually discussed, the first time we discussed this must have been nearly, just under a year ago, I'd say, like when this all started rumbling. It was quite obvious from the start he had no interest in playing for Ireland. Yeah. And Martin O'Neill and Roy Keane both, as single and collectively, made things absolutely worse. Just
how?
Well, Martin O'Neill never actually called him up and just put him in a squad.
When? After?
Well, we had Gibraltar this time last year. All you did was just put him in the squad. Announce it. You're in the squad. If you want to pull out, you can.
You can't do that.
Of course you can.
No, you can't.
Why can't you?
Because they're people. They're not slaves. You can't just drag them.
Well, drag them. You announce it. I'm putting you in the squad tomorrow.
You have to call them.
Yeah.
And he goes, I've no interest in playing for Ireland.
Okay, and then he goes, he doesn't want to be in the squad. Say that. Or else...
Well, he doesn't want to get the angry result that he now got by it. He hadn't made his decision yet. He took a while to make his decision.
He had no interest in playing. He's waiting to see how his career went.
Absolutely.
And Roy Keane then going, oh, he should just make up his bloody mind and his dad isn't helping and all this. He insults his family.
His dad's not helping.
Yeah, but...
You still say that publicly.
It was to say that publicly is just...
Anyway,
yeah, it was terribly mishandled.
I think I think obviously his agent basically saying learn from Garrett's mistake.
And to be fair to him, he went to the country he was born in. Yeah, he played underage with us, but he's not really turned his back on us. I'd rather have him than not, but if he didn't want to play for us, good luck to him.
And it's been going
I'm not too upset about it.
This was going on for years. Martin O'Neill tried to get him in.
But why didn't the FAI or whoever's in charge just act and go, look here, if you see a player like that's what Giles used to do when he was here in the late 70s, early 80s. He'd go...
That was a long time ago now.
Yeah, but they got him in the ground. They capped Mark Lawrenson when he was 17 years old at Preston. It's like, do you want to play for Ireland? Oh, yeah, grand. John Aldridge, do you want to play for Ireland? Grand, yeah. Actually, my mate there... my mate there, Ray Houghton, he's also half Irish. So we'll take him too.
You think in all these must-win matches that we have, because we don't beat any of the big teams, so we really have to try and beat all the lower teams.
Yeah.
You think that we should be playing youngsters, and you'd be okay with that on the off chance?
No, I'm saying you should bring them into the squad when they're 17. If they go, he looks somewhat all right at a young age. It should be like some guy in the under 21s and the 19s go, this guy is going to be good. Bring him up, cap him. He's half English. If you cap him, play him 10 minutes against a Gibraltar or a San Marino, which we're going to win. We're not that bad. We're 5-0 up. You bring him on. Oh my God, look at this! I could be the new star here. Before anyone is in his head, it's like basic stuff.
I don't think that happens anymore.
I think it should. Why not?
Because they're people. Most players barely want to play international football. Like you said, Jack Grealish only wants to play for England for money.
He'd be near David Bentley. He'd get like 4 caps.
I don't even think he'll get that many.
Well, I think his leg's going to be broken sooner than later. Those fucking shins, man. Okay, awards. John, your hero of the week.
Ronaldo reached 501 goals. So that's in a ridiculous amount of time. And the trailer came out for his film.
What's his film about? His own life?
It's about him. And do you remember when he scored that irrelevant goal in the Champions League final and had the greatest celebration?
Yeah, that was to do with the film.
That was to do with the film. So we know the ending.
Oh, that was to do with the film.
Yeah, I didn't like that myself.
He did that celebration with the idea of it being part of a film?
Yeah, no, he goes, if you score in this, you take off your top and do something. It's like you scored the 4th goal against 10 man Atletico Madrid in 128 minutes.
It's very
penalty.
True.
It's like, just
who's playing Ronaldo in the film?
Himself.
He's playing himself?
It's a documentary.
Oh, it's a documentary.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. But yeah, his goal record is insane. I showed you those stats today as well, and we were talking about the Raul thing last week. It's hilarious. Dan, your hero of the week.
Probably go to Ronaldo as well, but there's also that young Liverpool lad who got thrown out of Swindon. What the hell's his name? The keeper. He got fined for not going to training, for like €500 or something, and he gave them the €500 one piece in loads of bags.
That's
and Swindon were like, well, you can go back to Liverpool. He's some like 18-year-old. So he was a good egg there.
There was a moment there where Benjamin Button, Jay Spearing, and Martin Kelly had a bet of 10 grand who'd score their first goal for Liverpool. And Martin Kelly did it in the League Cup game against Chelsea.
Yeah. And
Jay Spearing paid it like 10 grand in like coins. Just like these plastic bags to look at. If I can have, another hero of the week, Hamburg did their team photo with all the youngsters to make the Hamburg crest. It looks incredible.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, it was good.
Awesome. Spoofer of the week, Dan.
Got to be the Arsenal 11 from the other night. It was awful.
Wow. That's the first time I think we've done a collective team spoofer, maybe.
It was awful. Well, There's a lot of spoof for Chelsea.
Be surprised if we didn't do it for the Liverpool 6-1 to Stoke last year.
I'd be surprised if we don't do it for Liverpool here in 5 minutes. Yours
Did they lose?
No, they're not losing. Goodbye, Brendan. Tell me, your spoofer of the week.
It would be Wenger, but Dan picked the entire club, so
The janitor.
just trying to think. I'll just stick with Steven Gerrard. He's had more things to say.
Fuck off. Leave him be. He used to promote a book for
To be
Christ's
fair,
sake.
he has been out of order completely.
Yeah.
Ah, he hasn't, lads.
He has.
What's the most out of order thing, Dan, really quickly, do you think he's done?
Well, he had to go Rogers, whatever he said about him, but he said something about Sturridge, just like, oh, I battled through pain. It's like, yeah, man, I had an operation.
Oh, yeah, no, that one was bad.
Like, what? Like, one of your only good players is having a go at him. It's,
Although a lot of people did say internally that the second last injury Sturridge had, that it was a lot of it was a mental thing, and then he got injured again. But you know,
He was rushed back that time. But yeah.
There was a nice way he could have said it. John, you've done yours, have you? Your spoofer of the week?
Yeah,
You did.
it was
You did.
Gerrard.
Jared. Okay, we've done that. Goal of the week, John.
Interesting.
there was no good goals this week.
The Ramirez goal was good.
The Ramirez goal wasn't it?
Uh,
Daniel Sturridge's volley.
Daniel Sturridge's volley was good.
Yeah, that was good actually.
I was going to give it to Daniel Sturridge's volley just because I thought I'd never seen him play football again.
I'll give it to the Olympiacos second goal.
Okay,
Corner.
do you remember what your teaser was, Dan, back in the day? Back
Well,
2
I
weeks
haven't.
ago.
Yeah, I haven't had a show in about.
Was it the
3
Messi
weeks.
penalties, wasn't
That was no. The answer was 14 for that, but now it's 15. So he missed another one. I don't know. I don't think I had one the last time, did I?
Can't remember. Well, what do you have this time?
As you were talking about non-German goal scorers scoring a lot of goals in the Bundesliga, who is the top non-German goal scorer in the Bundesliga
Like in one particular season
of all time?
of all time. Okay.
All of the times.
Can I have a guess?
Yeah, well, I'm not going to say if it's right or not. But
Did Luca Toni get a lot of goals one season for Munich?
bear in mind, this is over like years. Like,
Okay.
it's not like 1 year. Like,
Well,
you know.
is it somebody that we know?
You might.
We might.
You would know. Let's
That's
say.
a no.
That's enough.
You would know.
He
Oh,
would
that was
definitely know.
another one of my favourite stats where Lewandowski scored more goals in 9 minutes than Nicholas Bentner had in 3 years.
That's fucking phenomenal, actually. He's the second best player in the world.
Did
isn't
Lord Bentner come on last night?
he? Lord Bentner? I don't think so.
Sherlock came on, didn't he?
He surely did.
Mm.
Okay, I'm not bottom. Oh, I am bottom of the fantasy.
Oh, this is great.
Okay.
I'm like a train coming up in this league.
Oh, are you?
I
Okay,
am.
let's see where. John is 18th. Want to stress that's 18 out of 22. So,
Above the relegation zone. You're
above the relegation. Sean is back up to 17th. Kenny is down. Gary Keegan, Ronan staying around. They were actually both moving up. Michael Tobin's gone down.
Sunderland reserves.
Where's John Sanders?
John Sanders.
You'll see it now. Go to the top.
Okay,
It's
hold
very
on.
close.
Okay. Tommy is broken through to the top 10. Well done. Brian Dunhu on 8. Dave Brady. 6. Dave Rogers. 7. Dave Rogers 6. Dave Nolte 5. Dan is 4th on 301 points. Saunders on 305 is in 3rd. 306 points. Joint top.
Look, it goes like there's
No
like 7 or
Kiwi.
8 points between like the top 8.
Yeah, there is actually.
It's crazy.
Yeah, there's joint 5th places. 3 of them with 300 points. Yeah, it's getting very, very close up there, lads.
I did my wild card and I'm shut up.
But Shane here is doing great.
Shane Hart.
Yeah.
I just want to. Last week, there's actually a guy called Ben Tozer.
Yeah.
And you're like Tozer with the 2 O's. You wouldn't. That's
Is
Ben
it-
Tozer. So
Ben Tosser, right?
Ben
Yeah.
Tozer.
Yeah.
Is he here?
That's Snowy's name.
Oh, right. Well, he's not here, is he?
He is Shane Hart.
Oh, Shane Hart. Oh, I see it now. Sorry, that's his team name. I thought you were saying that there was a man called Ben Tozer.
There is. He's a real footballer.
Okay. This man I didn't know. Did you hear my stomach there?
I did.
Jesus Christ. Okay, time to go, everybody. Thanks very much for listening to this week's show. Don't forget that you can like us on Facebook, you can follow us on Twitter, and you can also subscribe to the YouTube page. The Facebook is the best way to get the show as it's up every week. And, of course, share it and spread the word. We try and do it every single week, so any kind of free advertisement we enjoy. Thanks very much for listening, and we'll be back around the same time next week, if not a little earlier.